The feathered jewel, a marvel of miniature engineering. It weighs less than a 2-pence coin. That's it, a life that could rest comfortably on your thumbnail. So impossibly small, it feels more like a painted moth than a bird. The bee hummingbird of Cuba is the smallest bird on our planet. Yet these miniatures are anything but delicate, tough and pugnacious. Living jewels that glitter with iridescent colors that shift and shimmer with every subtle movement. Each a tiny masterpiece of evolutionary design, crafted for a life lived at incredible speed. Look closely at a hummingbird in flight. It's not flying like other birds. It's more like an insect, a biological drone. Others lift on the downstroke. The hummingbird cracked the code for continuous power. It generates lift on both the downstroke and the upstroke. By rotating its wings at the shoulder, it draws a precise figure 8 in the air. This blur of controlled chaos allows it to hover perfectly still, then move with absolute precision. It can dart forward, sideways, even backwards, a feat almost unheard of in birds, and flip briefly upside down. Wings beat 50 to 80 times per second, in a courtship dive up to 200. A radically redesigned anatomy, light bones, hyperflexible shoulders, and pectorals nearly a third of body weight, the thrum of a finely tuned engine. To power this flight demands extraordinary fuel. A hummingbird has the highest metabolism of any vertebrate. If we matched it, we'd need roughly 150,000 calories a day. Our temperature would skyrocket. We might even burst into flames. For a hummingbird, it's just another day. Its heart can beat over 1,200 times a minute, pumping superoxygenated blood to flight muscles. Nectar, nature's high-energy sports drink, is the primary fuel. They may consume their own body weight daily. High-speed cameras reveal a dynamic liquid trap. Forked tongue tips unfurl, wick nectar by capillary action, then retract. But sugar alone isn't enough. They snatch tiny insects and spiders for protein, fuel for muscle repair and growing young. When food is scarce or night falls, they enter torpor, heart rate and temperature plummet. Then at dawn, the engine roars back to life. The nest, built exclusively by the female, is a masterpiece of engineering, a tiny cup woven from plant down, moss and lichen. Spider silk binds it all and gives it astonishing elasticity, stretching as the chicks grow. She lays 1 to 2, sometimes 3 eggs, each about the size of a coffee bean, a small pea, pure white and delicate. She alone incubates them for 2 to 3 weeks. The chicks hatch minuscule and helpless. The mother's work intensifies, nectar and insects, a protein-rich slurry delivered bill to bill. They grow at an astonishing rate, doubling in size every few days. For their size, some are epic migrants. Rufous hummingbirds travel nearly 4,000 miles between Alaska and Mexico. Ruby-throateds cross the 500-mile gulf in a single push, gorging to double their weight. Tiny bodies turned fuel tanks. Despite their toughness, these jewels face growing threats, many created by us. The most significant is habitat loss. Wildflowers vanish as wild spaces are carved up. Fragmentation creates food deserts. A missing link can be fatal for a bird that must eat every few minutes. Chemicals contaminate nectar and decimate insects, critical protein for adults and chicks. Modern hazards, glass collisions and outdoor cats, take a heavy toll. Here the story turns. We can help, right in our own backyards. Plant native tubular flowers, penstemons, salvias, columbines, staggered to bloom spring through autumn. Hang a clean feeder, 1 part white sugar to 4 parts water. Clean often, mark windows, and watch wonder return. Please like, subscribe, then share. Thank you for watching.